Hello, this is the Theory King back again doing another video. Before we actually get into the topic, the theory, I actually want to explain why I've been gone for the past 3 months, give or take. So my last video was Who is Cyrus Gold, and if you guys haven't watched that for some reason, definitely go watch it. And basically it was to explain who the real identity of Butch from Gotham. It was revealed at the end of Season 3 who Butch was, Cyrus Gold, and Cyrus Gold in essence is Solomon Grundy from the comics. So long story short there. A few days right afterwards, I actually went to New York for vacation. It was summer. I had just graduated from high school, so yeah, now I'm in college. And we went to New York to just, for vacation, just typical vacation stuff, travel, have fun, etc. And it was a road trip. Coming down from New York, my computer actually broke. It started having a virus, essentially, and the virus kind of killed the computers, and yeah, I mean, that's basically it broke. I couldn't fix it. There's no way to repair it, and I was basically stuck with a useless computer, and nothing could have been done. So essentially, I was saving up money for a new computer, and yeah, and I actually did get this computer. I finally bought this computer 2 weeks ago. So why haven't I started doing videos as of 2 weeks ago? A little hurricane called Irma happened. So yeah, I actually live down in Florida, and Irma happened. So I traveled up north to avoid the hurricane, and now the powers are back, power lines, Wi-Fi, internet, everything, TV, everything's back clearly, as you guys could see me, and as I'm posting this on YouTube. So yeah. And that's basically the update, the long update. I had to get money to buy the computer, finally bought it, and then Irma happened. So what is this theory? So the essence of the theory was Delphi an accident? So one of the most controversial topics in Harry Potter, period, is this: Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Many people consider this fan fiction because it's not written by J.K. Rowling. It's written by John Tiffany and Jack Thorne. And it's a play. There's a bunch of controversy behind it, from the casting to the work itself. And yeah, now my personal thoughts on it, I don't care, to be honest. I don't really give a shit. I'm not gonna lie, I actually enjoyed the book for what it was, the play for what it was. I enjoyed it. And yeah, do I consider it canon? To be honest, sure. Yes, I do consider it canon. And I'll probably, maybe in the future, if you guys want to hear my thoughts on it, if you don't crucify me right after saying that right now, I may share my thoughts on why I consider this canon. And one of the main reasons why many people don't want to consider this canon is because of Delphi. Now, if you guys don't know who Delphi is, Delphi, I'm not sure, I forget it, but I'm not sure if she uses the last name Riddle, but essentially, Delphi is the child of Vodemort, Lord Vodemort, and Bellatrix Lestrange. And many people, one of the reasons many people question the canonity, I believe that's how you say that word, of this book, it has to do with the character of Delphi. Many people believe that Bellatrix would have sex with Voldemort. She's crazy for him. She loves him unconditionally, despite the fact that she is married to Rodolphus Lestrange. She only did that because it's her role as a pure-blood witch to marry someone who is a pure-blood wizard. The Lestrange family is a pure-blood. It's a really great, I suppose, pure-blood wizarding family. So she's like, yes, I'll marry him, but it's only because of the politics and because I have to, and I don't want to marry a filthy mudblood or half-blood. So that was Bellatrix's mind in marrying the Lestrange. And obviously Bellatrix Lestrange loves Voldemort. There's really no denying that. And Voldemort, to an extent, it does appear that he has a liking to Bellatrix Lestrange. Now, I wouldn't say it. Everybody would definitely say that he doesn't love her. And nor would they say that they tolerate it. There is some kind of bond between them, but it seems to be like this. Voldemort would essentially be like, you are my lieutenant. Well, my head lieutenant is probably second in command in terms of this. In terms of the Death Eater, so I do appreciate you, and I do raise you to a higher standards. However, at the end, I still really don't care that much if you die. And that's basically the relationship. It's a really messed up and contorted version of a boss-employee relationship. I guess is how you best say it. So, why is this important? Well, because Voldemort was essentially conceived under a love potion. His mother, Merope Gaunt, basically she was ugly, nobody really liked her, and one day she basically saw this guy, Mr. Riddle, I forget his first name, I forget the guy's first name, Tom Riddle, I don't remember, but she saw Mr. Riddle, and she was basically like, yeah, he's cute, but given the fact that she was ugly, everybody thought she was kind of mentally unstable, which is kind of true towards the latter years of the whole Gaunt lineage. They're, for the most part, unstable, and from what it appears. So there's really no way of them even being on friendly terms, especially given the fact that the Gaunts would never even accept her Merope hooking up with a Muggle. So essentially, she was banished from the family. She was given a love potion. Nobody really knows how she was able to get a love potion. However, there are theories behind it that include Horace Slughorn, which I could talk about that in a different video. But besides the point, so Merope gets the love potion and uses it on Mr. Riddle, and they conceive a love child. Eventually, Mr. Riddle goes away after he stops drinking the love potion. He realizes what's been going on, and he basically ditches, and that's the backstory to Lord Voldemort and why he hates Muggles and wants to be a pure blood wizard, or as pure blood as possible, because technically he is a half-blood. So, yeah, so because of the fact that he was conceived under the case of a love potion, many people believe that he himself is not able to love, which is true. He really doesn't love anybody. He's all me. He's all for himself, which is why he's in Slytherin in part. So, yeah. However, here's my reasoning. Many people believe that Bellatrix, she would have sex with Voldemort on a drop of a dime. Voldemort, why would he have a need to have sex with Bellatrix? And here's my theory. I believe Delphi to be basically an accident. I don't think she was planned between the two of them. And here's my reasoning. So, first off, Voldemort is known to give gifts to some of his most loyal supporters. One of the most evident gifts between them would be between Peter Pettigrew and Voldemort. He gave Peter Pettigrew the silver arm after he sacrificed his arm for the rebirth of Voldemort, and that was a gift. Another gift is the one he gave to Severus Snape, and teaching him how to fly without a broom, just single-handedly fly. And Snape and Voldemort are the only two Death Eaters known to just fly, wandlessly without a broom. They just fly, levitate. So it is known that Voldemort is able to give gifts. So here's what I believe. I believe that his initial intention was for Bellatrix was. He knew Bellatrix wanted to have sex with her, probably, very likely. So this is my thinking. It's probable that Voldemort said, hey, Bellatrix, as a gift, I'll let you have sex. Okay? Did they use protection? Did they not? I don't know. But regardless, I don't think it was planned. I believe they had sex. We all know how reproduction works, and she accidentally got pregnant with Voldemort's baby. I don't think it was a planned pregnancy. And I honestly think that's what happened. I honestly think she wasn't planned. Delphi wasn't planned between the two of them. And that's basically it. Now, there are some counter arguments between this. Why would Voldemort there is a few good arguments as to why Voldemort would want an offspring. One of the more popular ones is because he wants to continue the Gaunt line. The Salazar, because he is also a descendant of Salazar, the Salazar Slytherin line, as well as the Gaunt line. But at the same time, Voldemort thought he was going to beat Harry Potter. He thought he was going to win the duel at Hogwarts. Why would he need a offspring to continue the Gaunt line if he is the epitome of the Gaunt/Slytherin line? It would make no sense. So that's my counter argument to that. Furthermore, he is, up until, aside from Harry Potter, but that one doesn't really count because Harry Potter had the Horcrux, the part of Voldemort's soul as the Horcrux in him, but he was the only one who actually knew Parseltongue through blood, because remember, Parseltongue is a blood inherited trait, so it's possible that he could have wanted to give a child of his the ability to speak Parseltongue, but at the same time, that kind of deconstructed itself because of the fact that he was going to be the only Gaunt / Slytherin left, there would be no need for an offspring. He has the epitome of those two families, and he's going to represent both families, and why would he need an offspring? So that's what I think. I believe that, honestly, Delphi was just an accident. I don't really think it was planned. I think his initial gift was just to have sex with her, and the fact that she got pregnant was probably an accident. And that would also explain as to why Bellatrix Lestrange was at the Malfoy Manor around the time that Harry, Hermione, and Ron got captured, because that around there would have been the time she either would have started getting pregnant or would have just had her baby, to be honest, because there is discrepancy. I believe that would be the right word. Probably not, but many people do state, and I don't remember this exactly from the book, but many people do say that between the time in Malfoy Manor to the Battle of Hogwarts, between that time span, Bellatrix Lestrange is really never really mentioned or seen again, aside from the Polyjuice incident with Hermione. But aside from that, she's not really mentioned or seen again. So, and they do mention that it is a long time, so it's possible that during that time she could have either been in labor or she could have been taking care of the baby. Furthermore, at the Battle of Hogwarts, when Molly Weasley kills Bellatrix Lestrange, she is the only Death Eater he tries to revenge. Now, why? Granted, it could be because she is one of his most loyal supporters, which would make sense. And aside from Nagini, she's really the only other person who is 100% loyal to him, not out of fear, not out of fear, not out of because you have to, because like Peter Pettigrew. Granted, he was out of fear as well, but not out of backstabbing such as Snape. But she was clearly loyal to him. She had no faults. She would do everything to a T. And granted, that could be another reason as to why he let out such a no, according to the books. He let out a no and did try to kill Molly Weasley. However, another reason could be because he just had a child. He wants someone to take care of that child. And by the way, on a side note, if Delphi was born at this time, actually she very likely was born at this time, by this time, but who was taking care of Delphi during this time? Just on a side note, I just want to know that, who was taking care of this, because I'm pretty sure Rodolphus was already in Battle of Hogwarts as well. So, yeah, besides the point, maybe he imperioused someone, but even after that, besides the point. So, that's another possibility. Why would he want, the only Death Eater he ever had any sort of regret when they died, or he showed any emotion towards their death, was Bellatrix Lestrange. Why? Maybe it's because she's the mother of her child, their child. So yeah, I honestly do believe that Delphi is an accident. And after reading this, again, it just makes sense. I've watched the movies. It honestly just kind of adds up, in my opinion. It makes sense. So yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on it? Do you think Delphi is an accident? I mean, honestly, I feel like this is actually a pretty good theory. Maybe you guys have more evidence that you could build upon this theory, or maybe have evidence that could go against this theory. Who knows? I would love to hear from any of you guys. And yeah, that's basically my opinion, and hopefully you guys liked it. And this is it for now. Hopefully I'll have another video by next week. And yeah, but yeah, by the way, I'm gonna try to continue on with the weekly uploads as of today. And yeah, Theory King signing off.